Hello friends, hope you are doing well. Today we are going to discuss about the relationship between a product manager and an engineering manager in a intensive software development team and labor intensive software development team, like a big organization, big team working together, two managers, one is product manager, one is engineering manager. So let us try to understand what does the product manager do first. Then we'll try to understand what the engineering manager do. Then we'll try to understand how they can improve their relationship for the betterment of the project. Okay. So this knowledge is helpful if you are applying for a product manager role, or if you are applying for a engineering manager role and you get chance to work together. Then in that case, how can you avoid issues due to any relationship, work relationship, and we are looking at how to strengthen this relationship. So let's begin. First, what does product manager does? So product manager is such a role who is responsible for managing the entire life cycle of the product. Now what is that product? Product may be an app, a website, a system you are designing, or a kind of solution you are giving to your customer. Okay, now as a product manager, you are working with engineering team, and engineering team has a manager. Okay, so knows all those activities that are technical, like development, coding, etc. And as a product manager, you are also dealing with the sales and marketing team who are actually dealing with the customer. And in this scenario, we see some sort of conflict between the engineering manager and the product manager. And that is the reason why we are talking about how to improve this relation. So there are some tasks that focus on product managers job roles, like managing marketing campaign using your marketing team, and marketing team is reporting the product manager that this is how they are doing the campaign, and their main goal is to improve the visibility, brand visibility, etc. So product managers are bridge between the developer and the consumer and the client. So product manager is coming up with some new ideas, like, hey, or development manager, like, you are not giving the right kind of feature to this particular areas, and you need to correct it. So here the conflict arises that the engineering manager said, okay, the function is working fine, that is okay, I'm not going to change it. Okay, so this is a bad situation. Okay, so what is the role of an engineering manager? Engineering manager role is a little bit different from product manager. So he's not dealing with the sales team and the marketing team. So he is a guy who is more technical. He knows security issues, latency, performance, reliability, scalability, etc. and etc. So he is not looking at the profitability of the product. He is not looking at the brand visibility of the product, and how it is better than the competitor, etc. This is not is nothing is business. So in that case, what is the communication between product manager and the engineering manager? Here you have to imagine a situation at a scenario for understanding this case study. A engineering manager is responsible for finding the good use of each piece of the feature that available on your software or on your product. So the product manager is just adding new feature. Okay, I want this feature for this solving this problem. Engineering manager is directly responsible for solving any engineering problem that arise and preventing the slowdown or downtime that result a problem to the business. So he is making everything on up and running, and the engineering manager is uh, often look at the time frame of adding this feature. He's not looking at the budget allocation, etc. Sometimes he is depending on the product manager for the procurement of various type of materials and uh, equipment, or adding some new resources to the team. So he is actually dealing with only the technical side of the product. The engineering manager must also uh, maintain some report about the expenditure of various resources and etc. But in mid-level company, these are not followed, and you can understand that this is something that uh, followed by high technical group. Now, some basic question: how can you differentiate a product manager and uh, engineering manager? Just ask a few questions and you can understand it. What we are building, these points are decided by product manager. How we build this, these points are addressed by engineering manager. And why we are building it, these are the question for the product manager. And who is going to build it, these are the question for engineering manager. So a product manager decide what we are building, why we are building, what is the impact if we build this particular product. These are the question for product manager. And engineering manager look at how to build this product, who is going to build, what are the technologies I am going to use, and what are the necessary resources I need for fulfilling this requirement. So this is the major difference between the a product manager and engineering manager. So what do you want to be? Do you want to be a product manager or you want to be engineering manager? So if you are very technical, so better you become a become a engineering manager. Now our goal of discussion, our today's discussion is around how to improve the relationship between these job roles. So engineering managers and product manager relationship is the backbone of any successful product development. If they are not working together, they are conflicting, it will create some delay, and the whole staff, whether they are team of product manager or whether the team of engineering manager, whole team will get some sort of slowdown because of that conflict. So although product manager is not a people manager, the and he is just looking at the advancement of the product, he must be a person who is a good communicator with the engineering manager. And if both job role work together, it will definitely accelerate the development process. Now maintaining a good relationship requires some sort of rules, and that rules are like: first, look at the best practices. What are the best practices that you are going to follow for the development process? Do you have any roadmap for uh, reaching at the final delivery of the product? If that roadmap is already decided, then focus on that. And another important thing is trust on the ability of the engineering manager. So here PM, the product manager, must trust the engineering manager for all sort of technical solution. And here both of these team member must be accountable for any sort of issues relevant to this product development, like latency, like the product is not performing well, or there is some technical issue, etc. So as the leader of the development team, the engineering manager will encourage the developers to create some feature that is solving the business problem. And in that case, redefining the problem will require, and analyzing the problem will require, and that task will be completed by the engineering manager. If he face any sort of issues, then he can sit with the product manager, and then he can clarify these issues. Now there is some sort of trade-off that they can do, that you can separate the ownership, like both job roles are clear about their boundaries, and they knows what are the things they are going to do, and they are actually complementing they are actually helping each other for developing this product. So any product manager who has worked in a software company for any amount of time has probably experienced some sort of breakdown when things are not going well. So in that case, it is really important to address these issue, like whether it is any communication issue. Most of the problems are around communication, like the engineering manager is not keeping record of all the communication, past communication, and the communication is not documented, and as a result, sometimes we see some sort of conflict. So open communication is necessary, uh, and regular face-to-face communication can reduce this problem. You can you can understand the person in a better way, like the way of work style, and etc. So it is very important. If you find that you need some more elaboration on some topic, and then you can sit together, and discuss this point, so that both of you are not isolated in terms of the conceptual difference is sometimes the main reason of conflict. The imbalance influence, sometimes we see that both of the person are influencing the team, and both influence they are influencing the team in two different direction. So in that case, when you are dealing with a cost functional team, you have to influence them for solving the problem, that adding value, solving the problem in a way that is adding value to the business. Conflict are very common, and addressing this conflict based on the quality, based on adding value, is very important. These are not personal issues. So engineering manager wants to write great code and they want to delight customer with tons of feature, and product manager wants to minimize the cost, want to make the product more simple. They want a solution that is easy and uh, saving time of the end user. So uh, end of the day, both side of the team is solving just one problem. Okay, so hold, this is how you can solve your problem. Hold some one-to-one meeting, sit face to face on Google Meet or Skype, and discuss about all the issues about that need to be addressed. Use your time and opportunities to improve the process. If you have learned something from your present experience, you can also share this with your product manager, and product manager can also share this with engineering manager. So share the best practices at all stages. There should be some common documentation about the best practices regarding security, performance, and etc. These are the points where both engineering manager and product manager can do debates and shouldering some burden. Of course, both person has some job responsibility. So if one person can do work for other, that will give some advantage, and end of the day we can see a speed up in the progress. So if the product manager uh, is having a problem in preparing a documentation, the engineering manager can look at that same documentation and he can also add his point, so that the final documentation is just like a common uh, platform where both engineering manager and product manager are putting the major points. And other things is like look at the achievements, and if someone perform well, then do not forget to give some sort of recognition and reward, because that is always admirable and give a kind of positive vibes to the team. So this is how you can improve the relationship between product manager and engineering manager, and uh, you can build great product. Thank you so much for listening. See you guys in another video. If you have some comment on this issue, then please comment below, like and share this video, and subscribe this channel for more update like this. See you in the next episode.